Joined here by Piper Matson. And Piper, we appreciate you joining us today.
Hi, I'm Piper. Thank you for having me.
Hey, so, now that you've been on campus for a few weeks, just kind of talk about, being a freshman for sure. What has it been like adjusting to being on campus?
Well, I'm in the dorms, no roommate, which honestly ended up being a blessing in disguise because I have all of the benefits of having a roommate, but I don't have to live 4 feet away from her. I have somebody to go to the dining hall with, but again, not somebody that has a Zoom lecture at the same time as I have a Zoom lecture. In terms of just adjusting from home to Western, it's been pretty easy, a really smooth transition. Everybody makes it pretty easy because everyone's so friendly.
How was it too, because you were in high school when this all hit first in March, and so, you're doing your thing. When March comes, it gets shut down. How was it adjusting through the rest of that? And then also, transitioning to college, because this wasn't the normal transition, most have. Because normally, you come on campus and everything's, normal, but you had to go through, doing a lot of Zooms and getting to know your teammates kind of remotely. So how kind of was that adjustment over the last 6 months?
Okay, well, I hadn't done schoolwork in 7 months. So doing that again was kind of a wake-up call. Oh yeah, you need to remember how to write sentences and do math problems. But I've definitely picked it up again, and it's pretty fun to be back in the classroom. In terms of just comparing high school to college, I'm super excited to be on campus and getting to a degree the unique college experience, the classic dorm life, and especially just being an athlete, being able to be on the field has been absolutely amazing. And just still getting that normal piece of things even with so much chaos around us.
Of course that's affected not just, your classroom work, but, with all this going on, practices have been totally different, because you can't do much contact. It's a lot of, isolation deals and workouts. So how has it been, even though you've only done college practices for, a little bit of time? How's that kind of been going, just kind of adjusting to that too?
Sprints in a mask. It's definitely interesting because we have to practice in pods. Again, I'm just excited to be playing with people again because for so long it was just isolation and working on skills on my own, and to have that competitive spirit come back has been amazing. And again, playing with your teammates will do that. Again, yeah, we've only been out for 2 weeks and no complaints. It's been absolutely amazing. Amazing weather, amazing coaching. Awesome to kick around a soccer ball again.
How nice is it too, with given this group, like we had talked before, there's not too many times you come in with, maybe a handful of freshmen, you might get 8 or 9, maybe 10, but you got 17 you're coming with. So how nice is it to know you've got a lot of other freshmen that are experiencing this together as you are?
Coming into college, especially during a pandemic with already established relationships, is absolutely game-changing. To already have 16 other best friends, and then plus the other girls on the team, has been again, game-changing in terms of the transition from high school to college. Yeah, we have a huge recruiting class, so I'm super excited about it because that just means more competition, more friends, more excitement. That's my best answer. Final answer, excitement.
I think it definitely does have that excitement. Yeah, and build as a group too, knowing that you're going to be here for multiple years together as well.
Definitely. I'm really excited for what we're going to look like in the next year or two. We're going to come back as such a young team. We're going to be definitely a force to be reckoned with in the GNAC conference.
For you, the sport of soccer, because you also played, lacrosse and track throughout high school. We saw some of your stuff through, your soccer career being, offensive MVP, first team All-League a couple of years, team captain. What was it about the sport of soccer compared to the other ones that, drew you to soccer? And also, how much did it help playing in those other two? Because, track helps you with your speed a lot. And then, of course, lacrosse gives you that kind of physical part because it's a very, physical and contact sport. How much did those two kind of help play and helping you be a better soccer player?
Well, track, like you said, giving you that speed is absolutely amazing. But at the end of the day, nothing makes you run faster than chasing after a soccer ball and having 2 girls on your tail. And lacrosse also was amazing in terms of that physical piece, but every sport has just kind of taught me how to be a teammate, and that's definitely the best part. But what drew me to soccer the most, soccer just has a certain dynamic with the girls that play soccer, you might find usually have a lot of things in common, and those are definitely my people. And obviously that being also the sport I love the most, it was an easy choice that was the one I definitely wanted to continue with.
And then you finding, specifically being a midfielder, forward, what is it for you? Is it getting a goal, the key for you, or maybe a big assist or making a big defensive stop? What is the kind of one of the things that you go, oh, that was a great play that really stood out to you, just really, something you really like doing?
As awesome as scoring goals and assists are, I think the best thing ever is getting back on defense and getting the ball back. I think somebody that can do that is somebody with resilience and the mental capacity to just do incredible things, because the drive it takes to turn around and get yourself back. I'm so impressed. Anybody that ever does that, I'm always like in awe with.
Well,
if that makes sense.
Well, especially when, say like maybe it's a turnover, in the offense,
Yeah,
so it's a
that's
quick
what I mean.
change, especially a quick change. Nothing better than for you from a midfielder or defenseman. You can get back there and make the play that just switches momentum. Huge. Because, I played soccer too, so you just, that switch, it just makes you immediately, all of a sudden you're like, oh, hey, we had that turnover, but then you make a big
you
play
get the
on that.
goal
It's right away you go, and usually that ends up giving you a scoring chance pretty fast right after that.
Yeah, and also, don't get me wrong, goals and assists are awesome too.
Of course, that just comes with it.
Yeah.
Then the last thing for you too, being from just down the road in Eugene, what was kind of the draw to woo for you?
Western Oregon is perfect. I mean, it's that hour and a half. It's not too close. It's not too far. I was definitely drawn to Western though, just because of the community of athletes here and the small school aspect. It's definitely really something special when you have a relationship with your professor and you're not just a number to them. Look at our beautiful campus, and I'm an education major, and this is definitely an education school, so I'm happy to be here.
All right, Piper. Well, we really appreciate you catching up with us today. Of course, best luck throughout the year, and we look forward to talking to you soon.
Thank you for having me.